Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So from Copper Energy's perspective, we've done a number of things over the years. We've been a member of what is called the Southern African Power Pool, which is an association of utilities. And one of the things that we did there is to try and push for reforms. And these reforms essentially allow for private players to be members of SAP and to activate the trading on SAP and ensuring that we have a credible market, the rules are clear to allow for least cost generated power to end up to places where you don't have the least cost power. The next thing that we did over the years was to try and activate the drive in investments in sort of international transmission interconnectors. And the first interconnector that was built by Copper Energy, essentially integrating the DRC and Zambia. And at that time, the dynamics were such that most of the power was coming from England, coming down south, right? Now, over the years, things have sort of changed. But what are we continuing to do, right? Over the years, we've also seen that there's this ESG drive. We've also seen the effects of the drought in Zambia, not just Zambia, but the region as a whole. So we're trying to find solutions that will allow us to continue to supply power to our customers in a reliable manner. So there are a couple of solutions there. The one solution is that we're partnering with our mines, utilities, partners, and ensuring that we build captive plants. Now, we're not just talking there. Just last year, we reached financial close on 2 plants in partnership with 2 mines on the Copper Belt. These are relatively small plants, but they add to everything from a generation perspective. So we've got a 12.5 megawatt plant, which is under construction, and we've got another 25 megawatts. Added to that, as ourselves, we recognize that we also need to deploy our own capital in sustainable energy generation. So we started with a 1 megawatt a couple of years ago. We built the capacity. We also needed to make sure that the local universities have got the capacity to operate and maintain the equipment. Once we were comfortable, we then rolled out and increased that to building a 30 megawatt plant, which became operational last year. With that operationalization of 30 megawatts, we went on to build a 60 megawatt, which we also commissioned. But by the end of last year, we reached financial close. In the next phase, which we've started building, we're building a 136 megawatt solar plant. Now, the idea is we build capacity, we also invest in renewable technology as Copper Belt Energy. But we realize that, look, renewable technology on its own will not provide us with the best load power that we need in country. So what else should we be doing? As a large user, we also realize that there are other developers out there, and we see ourselves as an enabler. So we look at investors who can invest in other technologies, fossil fuels and so on,